was inside the ball
Yes.
was a proposal for cameras in bathrooms based on finding out people's genders.
Right.
Yeah.
So yes or no on the cameras and genders in the bathroom?
I think it's a hard no for me.
The biggest no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
There's no reason for a camera in a bathroom.
Then I say no genders.
Great.
That's your hard line.
Huh?
Yeah, that's
Sure.
fine.
That works.
Through mutilation.
Probably
No.
gonna go no again.
That's another no.
Obviously, I'll hear you out. I'll hear you out for.
Gotta see where it's going.
Talkdown is so anti-gender that we put cement in vaginas and we cut off penises.
Yeah, I don't think you're
I
gonna
don't
go.
know if that solves a lot of problems or maybe creates more.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna go.
Creates jobs. Doctors. People
Yeah.
who, we're job creating here.
Yeah, but the
Yeah,
type
but
of job.
that-
I think you
Again,
gotta look
it's like-
past just the job.
Just
to the
a
type
job,
of job
existing isn't good enough on its own. What is the job?
Yeah,
Look,
the
boys.
Romans had, the Romans had all kinds of jobs.
Yes.
We don't have.
Yes.
None of them were necessarily humane.
No.
Yeah, I'm sure Darfur's doing their own thing. They got a bunch of jobs we don't have.
Yeah.
None of those are good ones.
And
Don't want those jobs.
1 through 3. They didn't know how to get there. Dar 4 was the greatest of the Dars. You don't even know what's happening in Dar 1. My favorite, of course,
Right
was
in there.
Darwin.
It's
Because he never
Yeah,
lost.
Darwin better than a.
It's so funny that you guys that they're over there and they're like, you think this is bad? You should have seen Dar 1 through 3. We're doing a bunch more
was a
crazier
mess.
stuff.
Also, I got a new catchphrase. Can I throw it?
Yeah.
Sorry, boys. I'm an eccentric. I say that after some wild ass shit.
Like
Have you said it yet?
No, I just wanted to try it out.
Okay.
give us a little bit of like the context
Yeah.
of Sorry Boys.
We're cutting off people's vaginas. We're adding. Can I do
Go
that again?
for
Can I cut that again?
6.
Can I
Don't
cut that
go
again?
for 11 on this.
Yeah.
one.
Let me cut it again. I can't think of any fun.
Can I give you like a
Yeah,
scenario?
Sure,
Yeah.
give me a scenario.
All right, you're just leaving a party.
Yeah.
I'm leaving a party.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I got my pockets full of silverware. Everyone
I was
goes,
waiting to
that
see-
guy's stealing my silverware. I go, sorry, boys. I'm an eccentric. And I just steal every fork in that house.
All right, this is great.
That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah,
I really support
Yeah.
that. Also, stealing all the silverware is a maniacal, evil thing to do. Because,
Yeah.
like, you imagine the next day, you're like, I can't eat. It's like when in college I stole somebody's remote control for their TV and just left.
Man,
That's so good.
That's
You steal a
vicious,
Roku remote?
man.
I did not like him.
I would
Yeah.
rather you steal my passport or identification.
Take the TV.
Yeah.
Pause. I got to move. You should bring another Roku remote to someone's house and leave it there.
Whoa.
You know?
But
Yeah.
are they set up for?
Not all. Their
Like,
Roku remote won't work. They'll keep trying to
my
reset it.
God.
It'll never take that. Sorry, boys. I'm an eccentric.
There it is. Great. I support this catchphrase. I look forward to seeing it applied in real life.
I think my new brand is eccentric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What sparked this?
Where'd you learn it?
The word?
Yeah.
Yeah, that can't be. I don't know. I just saw it on an Instagram click. I guess about 20 minutes ago. This guy was like, I'm an eccentric.
20 minutes. Wait, this is all from 20 minutes ago.
On the train here, there's
I
an
thought
eccentric
We
guy.
haven't talked. We haven't done this in a month. I thought maybe in that time you kind of landed on this word and then wanted to use it as a catchphrase. But this happened on your way here.
Yeah.
I was here before this even happened.
But
You were
gotta-
here before I got here.
You
Yeah.
gotta understand that is how Greg's
Yes.
brain works.
Yeah. Top.
It could only hold,
Yeah.
it's just me running into a store with a bunch of stuff,
Yeah.
and I can
Yeah.
only repeat before I drop it. And I drop it pretty quick. That's right, boys.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm an eccentric. Then you just put your glasses on like this.
Yeah, that's great.
My weed ain't working. But I did want to tell you some truth behind that, if I could share it.
Yeah.
I did this clip. This clip went viral. This is kind of personal and real. This clip, well, not viral, but Dan Soder put up a clip on. I did his podcast about me expressing ultimate pleasure, talking about ultimate pleasure, which
Yes.
I'm sure some of you are familiar with.
But they might not.
They
be.
might not be.
So you're gonna have to walk
us
through it a
through.
little bit.
Ultimate pleasure is, every year I do something new sexually to explore my boundaries, to get out of my. If I'm afraid of something, I do it.
You're like the town of New Orleans for Mardi Gras. Every year, or it's big. Got to be bigger than last
Bigger
year.
than last year.
Bigger than last year. I will say this. I think that's great, but truthfully, no. Because it's a
Yeah.
life you can't live. If you go bigger, you're dead in a year. So you have to go
Wait,
lateral.
is it? Is this something where you're like every year you're adding a new thing that you're trying throughout the year, or is it a one day kind of like the purged experience?
No, yeah. So it's okay. This is the best way I can put it. Yes, Anthony. Your question?
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Can we open this up to like this is something for Talktown as well?
Yes.
That every year.
Oh, are we having a purge? But
No,
sexually?
not a purge, but a sexual boundary day. You know what I mean? Or ultimate pleasure day.
Ultimate
I think.
pleasure day.
I'll let you keep going, but
Yes.
it's something.
I like.
Then maybe we can open it up to the whole town.
Yeah.
I think
ahead.
Ultimate Pleasure definitely should be working in the
Well, we're gonna have to talk about what the holidays are observed in Talktown.
Yeah.
Great.
So ultimate pleasure is, and then here's the thing: it's lateral, meaning you don't have to go bigger. You just have to do something. So it started with food, right? I was afraid of my wife is Thai. These motherfuckers eat some crazy shit, right?
You have just a way of talking.
Yeah,
don't you,
that
Greg?
is just. You think you got a handle on it, and then it's a hard left into something else.
You think you go, well, we're in a safe place. What could go wrong here?
Right.
The innocuous sentence, my wife is Thai, followed by them crazy jungle motherfuckers be eating some wild ass shit.
Her mom loves fish heads. She goes, I want to see his eyes. She said that to me once, and I went, you know what? And my first,
Are you sure?
swear to God,
All right.
and my first reaction was, yo. And then I went, you can say yo, or you could say yes and.
Yeah.
There it
All
is.
right, I'm going to eat some fish head shit, right?
Yeah.
And then I started liking some weird ass shit.
Yeah.
And then one day, I was jacking it.
It's only weird to you.
I mean, let me just get to this. I'm jacking it. And some guy with a big old dick walks in. And I went, yo. And then I went, you can yo this, or you can get on board. Right. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So then it was like, watch it through, right? Ultimate pleasure is about if you're scared of something,
Yeah.
forcing yourself to do it to know if A, it's really not for you, or if it's just fear, right? You could not like it in something in your butt, but no, you don't like it in your butt. Not you're scared of it.
I respect that.
Yes.
Can I say this maybe as like a
Sure.
shirt?
Sure.
Ultimate pleasure, put fear in the rear.
There it is. There it
That's
is.
the fucking
That's
greatest.
a great shirt.
We should stop comedy now. That's
yeah,
it. We're
that's
done.
actually
That's
the
end.
greatest thing I've ever heard.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah. So ultimate pleasure was about me conquering homophobia, conquering things I was scared of, right? And I'll be honest with you, the clip goes, Soder put up a clip, and there's just a lot of comments
Yeah, I bet.
of people being like, nah, you gay. And like, yeah, man, you're dumb. Like I'm beyond gay. Like
yeah.
I'm not on the world with you, right? I'm
Right.
not in the same world as you people
Yes.
anymore. And it was affecting me. And then I went, no. I'm an eccentric.
Oh, that's where. Oh, wow.
And I
Yes.
stole your silverware, dog.
Yeah. And I'm gonna like and anytime someone comments some shit like that, I'm gonna just go, nah, you and me are not the same.
Yeah.
We're not in
I
the
think
same
that's
world. I'm an eccentric.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm gonna be from now on.
I think you look at yourself as like, yeah, man, I'm ahead of you in time in this.
Yes.
Do you know what I
Yes.
mean? I'm living in 2075 sexually.
Yeah.
You're living in
Nice.
2025. You're actually living in 1985.
Yeah.
To be honest
Yes.
with you. Like, you don't even know what's going on. You don't even know what's going on in Bushwick.
I don't believe
Stuff, I think.
I assume.
I don't believe, and this forget to, I don't believe in gender. Not like gender, I do. You're a guy, you're a girl. That's what I believe. You say it. Who cares? But
Yeah.
it means nothing. You're a guy, you're a girl. Whatever you want to pick, you pick it. Who gives a fuck, right?
And you're
I
on
don't-
camera.
And you're on.
And you're on
we
camera.
know. We're
At the zoo in the bathroom.
You whatever the fuck you want. I don't believe in gender. I don't believe in sexual orientation.
Right.
Oh, I don't have sex with that. Well, you're stupid. You're stupid. Have sex with
This
whatever
is like
you
the
want.
most lovely progressive rant I've heard in a long time, and but also insane.
But it is. But the thing is, like, why is that a category that you give a shit about?
Right.
I don't tell you, oh, he doesn't eat mushrooms on his pizza? Put him in another place. No, that's crazy. It's a weird thing you do or you don't like. It doesn't fucking matter. I don't believe in any categories. I don't like people trying to tell me. That's why when I say about you white straight man, I get so mad because I'm like, you don't get to categorize me. I don't categorize you. There's no they're all bullshit. Categories are all bullshit. I'm not on categories. And the main reason that is, and I'll end on this, is that I was straight edge till I was like 30 something years old. And because I was straight edge, maybe younger, you know, I'm not good with time. I don't believe in time.
I've seen Greg go on stage and go, Tita, my wife and I, we've been together about 3 years.
I don't understand.
I'm sure I've also heard Greg go, I have 3 kids.
Well, I count you. I've been fathering you for years. I look at Julia as my granddaughter. You've raised her and I've raised you.
You're a sick fuck.
Yeah. Hey, we're all sick fucks in Talktown. Hey, I ain't a sick fuck. I'm an eccentric.
There it is.
I'll say this too, man. You haven't quite nailed the shade reveal.
Yeah.
I
which
won't
is
ever.
my favorite.
Kind of a lot of
long as you're
choreography to it.
So to just put a cap on this, the straight edge thing, right?
Please.
Because I didn't drink or do drugs
Till last week.
till last week.
Yeah. Right.
I lived in that category, and I was afraid to ever do them. And then once I did, I realized, oh, you can smoke a little weed every day.
It doesn't make you.
It doesn't, whatever. So
Yeah,
it's like,
yes.
so once I broke free of those rules and Christianity, I was raised Catholic.
Yeah.
Followed these, once
big
I
one.
broke it all down, and this is what we were talking about before the podcast. Once I destroyed all of it, I rebuilt who I really was. Right. So we're forcing people to be in all these categories. And I say, no, break those categories and rebuild them. Now, I'm not saying go, I'm saying like break them, but also who gives a, like, you want to be a girl, you gives a fuck, right?
Yeah.
Just say it. But don't. But then now they push, you're telling me like, well, you have to, no, let's all just be easy. You don't got to do much. You want to be trans? Just say it, try a little bit, just try a little bit, put a shirt on, it says I'm a gal. I don't give a fuck. That's all you got to do.
For sure. It says I'm a gal and I'm doing the bare minimum.
Yeah. It gets all
Just
testy.
testing this out.
Yeah, try it out, man.
A woman Wednesday, a man Friday.
I agree.
Saturday, you pick.
This Saturday we roll the dice. But that's the thing, right? I got all these guys in my head.
Yes.
I talk about this all the time. But the reality is there is a man in my head who is a gay man.
Right.
And it's all about who you focus on. And I say stop focusing. Like today, I want to talk, I want to talk like this. This is how I talk. People say, I can't talk like that. Well, I can't. This is my world. You get one life. There ain't no God. We all gonna die. I'm gonna talk like this. This is how I talk.
And the weed
You're
thing
racist.
isn't
What is
working. Like you're
No, it's not working. This just keeps me calm.
Yeah, it's like a fidget spinner. Yeah.
This just keeps
That's
me from
bringing it
killing all
down.
of y'all.
Rule and talk down, and for the don't yuck my yum.
Yeah. All right.
I always like that phrase because
Yeah.
we were like, oh, you like eating that? It's like, yeah, I do. You don't have to. I'm not making you eat it.
Of course.
That's kind of a general,
Of
not
course.
a rule for talk down, but more of a an ethos that we live by.
Yeah.
Just fucking relax. You know what I mean?
Another way of saying that.
Oh, man. Shut the fuck
Just
down.
fucking relax.
There's a cool way of saying it, and there's a very old Italian guy way of saying it.
Relax, man. Yeah, of course. Don't yuck the yum.
Yeah.
My wife taught me that. We were sitting and Calvin was dipping his tangerines in ketchup. And I was like, bro.
Yuck.
And
No,
Tito went-
I'm yucking that yum.
She's yucked the yum, man.
Oh, yeah, you
I'm
can.
out of talk
She's
down.
already yucked the yum. What the hell?
I have a very intense aversion to ketchup, but I understand that people like it.
No, and I was like, "Ah," and the Tita was like, don't yuck his yum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let him
If
do
he
his
likes
thing.
it, let him.
Right. He's also
Especially-
a baby
yeah.
learning shit.
Yes.
You don't know what the fuck is smart. He's an idiot.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, man, don't let that man live. Ketchup in tangerines is fucking disgusting.
Yeah, it's really.
Yet,
every other human.
that you know of right now.
That's true.
Our palates, much like you with the ultimate pleasure, I don't think our palates have gotten there.
Right.
And I think Calvin is a disruptor.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right? Truthfully, if you could clear your mind and everything you knew and said, I'm going to try ketchup and tangerines, it might be a thing. This is something else.
Double acid.
Yes.
Super acid.
Super acid.
There's no...
Maybe you do so much of that acid you trip. It becomes other acid.
Yes.
You make other people trip because they go, what the fuck is he eating? Yo! And they fall. Yo!
Well, I think it's, I don't know why I think I just thought of this as funny. If ketchup starts doing commercials, like they'll always like advertise themselves as a condiment on food. If ketchup starts really going down this lane of it's really good on fingers.
That's great. Kids would buy it.
Like as fake blood or to eat?
No, just to eat. Like, ketchup goes great on fingers. You just pop one right in your mouth. And that's what we're doing now.
That's what peanut butter could
yeah.
advertise on.
Ketchup
True,
sports
man.
drinks.
Missed opportunity.
You should put ketchup
Sports
ketchup
drinks.
as a sports drink.
Here we go. Strap in.
I can't get this to work.
Yeah, we got to get you, like, I guess how they have, like, people do residencies places. We got to get you doing residencies in, like, those kind of places where it's like, we're bringing Greg Stone from Talktown on board here at the Heinz Company to just pitch us ideas
Yeah,
for
to hear
a month.
what Greg thinks.
Ketchup sports drinks.
And I tell them,
ketchup
you can
hats.
say no.
Right.
We voted. I bring
Right.
it. We voted.
Yeah, and then you just move on to the next.
And we move on to the next. Ketchup is a sports drink.
Go ahead.
Fucking disgusting.
It is,
It's
Imagine-
really foul.
The
You're an
texture.
athlete. You swim for 2 hours and you jump out of that pool and someone goes, get into it. And they throw you a fucking Gatorade and you open it and it just says Heinz.
Oh my God.
You'd vomit.
man.
I drink the pool water before I would drink that. And I swim at the Y. Everyone's old.
Oh, man. Well, that's great.
Yeah.
There we go.
There it is.
Oh, boy.
Sorry.
Wow.
Oh, man.
We're all gonna.
That's it. See you later. Mr. Mayor, get me the Batman.
Sorry, boys. Eccentric.
Yeah, that was it. Dude. That was it, doggy.
Oh, my God.
I know.
Man.
That was it. That
Now
was
we're
it.
in.
Welcome to Talktown.
That
Play the
being
theme
the
music.
intro.
Like, do you know how many podcast episodes our friends, Dr. Mike, have listened to with Greg on it and have gone, I'm worried about Greg.
Really?
Yeah.
They talk to you. They don't talk to me.
They talk to you. You've been there. They go, Greg, everything all right?
I've gotten a couple calls from Taco and Mike recently that were like, "Hey man, how are you doing?" Not like, "Hey man, how you doing?"
I've
It's,
gotten a
"Hey man,
Yeah.
how are you?"
There is nothing worse than a how are you call you don't see coming.
Yeah.
I've gotten
Yeah.
that before where I'm like,
Yeah, check in.
I thought I was fine.
Yeah.
But I guess collectively I'm not.
I'm not.
Yeah.
What people are seeing is not what I'm feeling. And that's a tough day where you're like,
tough
oh
day.
no, am I okay? And then it's like, no. And then you have to, and it's like, oh, thanks a lot. If you hadn't asked, I wouldn't have felt this. And
Yeah.
now I have to deal with it.
Aesthetically, not great.
Not great.
Internally, I thought okay.
I thought I was great.
Outside,
Oh, no.
bad.
Yeah.
Inside, thought good,
Yeah.
but bad.
Totally.
Outside Pinto, inside Ferrari.
This thing is going.
This thing is cooking. Wheels rolling.
I thought you were talking about beans.
I did too.
I did.
And I said, "Are you talking about cars?" My brain was like, "Yo, we're talking about cars." And I was like, "Yeah, man, I thought that's what we were talking about." And the other one was like, "That's right.
I
That's
did
that's
too.
right."
What a gear shift you just did inside,
So
man.
quick.
Yeah, so quick and so slow at the same time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The slow
Smooth.
to recognize,
Yeah.
but fast to just go.
Say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Man, cool. Very cool to watch in real time.
Yeah.
So I'll say this.
Go
I
ahead.
want to say the opposite of what you said. You just imagine I just talked backwards. No, that's stupid. Anyway, moving on. When they call me, when I would Taco,
What?
erase that from the record. Taco and Mike call me and they go, "Hey man, are you okay?" I'm kind of selfish. I go, "Hey, do I get to just complain for an hour now?" Like I'm like, I don't know, maybe
therapy.
not. And they're like, "Let's do it, boys." I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know, things are up, things are down.
So funny. You just discovered cries for help.
Yeah.
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 In your 40s?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I did throw a cry for help at my wife last week.
Oh.
Was that thing that went right over her head? You know,
Nothing worse than that. Nothing worse than an obvious show of like, hey, look at me. I'm struggling.
Yeah.
I want attention.
And someone going, no.
yeah. I went, "I don't think I'm doing so good," and she went, "Oh, all right. I'm gonna use the bathroom. Do you want to go first?" And I was like, "No, I just been emotionally. It's been rough the past week." And she was like, "What do you want for dinner?" And I was like, "Dog, do I gotta write a note? How hard do I gotta go into this? I'll slice a few. I don't want to die, but if that's the call I gotta make, I'll be in an ER tonight."
Did I ever tell you the one time, this is years ago. I don't think I've ever talked about this. Years ago when Greg, it was our first apartment we had in New York.
Okay.
And it was Greg, myself, and this girl that we didn't know that we got off Craigslist.
Wow, what an experience for her. Like, where's she now?
Here, real quick,
Should we get her on the pod?
She
quiz.
is Senator of Kentucky.
quick quiz for 500 points. This relationship ended A, well, or B, fiery hell.
Fiery hell.
That's
B.
500 points for you. Okay, Anthony? Just a quick game.
And there's a lot here. I just
like
want
that.
to talk about the one particular incident. So Greg, I think at the time you were still working in New Jersey.
Yes.
Right? So like
Reverse commute.
horrible commute. And then we're talking like Sunnyside, Queens, just to
God.
get to a hospital in North Jersey. We were talking like a 2.5 hour,
Yeah.
3 hour commute.
7 hours every day, dude.
7 hours. For some 7.
For some,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I got off at every stop just for fun.
I just keep waiting for the next train. How long can I make this?
So Greg is, it's a horrible commute. We're just, we don't have our own bed. So we're flipping. There's a futon in the living room, and then there's a mattress. It's a 2-bedroom with 3 people. So there's no real bed.
God.
We rotated a mattress that was on the floor.
Yeah, rotated a mattress. There's no private space. Greg has this horrible commute. So at one point, apartment is messy, and Greg is furious. Greg is furious about other stuff plus this thing. He writes down on
I hate this story.
paper.
I know this story. I hate this story.
It's great. He writes down a contract for us to sign about being better in the apartment, and there was like a byline
on Reddit.
There was a byline and a date, as if it was like a legal document. So funny
To make people sign. That we all commit to being better.
I'm with you on like if I sign my name on something, I am a little bit more like I did sign that. Even if it's a piece of college ruled paper that a maniac left for me in our apartment.
Also, we were learning how to be roommates.
Yeah. That's a big hill to climb.
Yeah. Also, imagine living with this one.
I can't imagine living with either of you.
It was interesting.
Yeah. I bet because it's one of those what goes on inside different from outside. Like there's a lot of that. I think
there's a lot of why would you ever do it this way?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a
lot of trying. It was a lot like Talktown. We were trying to rebuild what living in an apartment would look like. Why are these the rules? You're living with anything. We rule breakers.
Yeah, I think that's probably why we like this concept as a podcast. Because I think that's what we're doing in life.
Well, I like watch when I see someone doing something. I'm like, how'd you get to this? How did it become? This is how you do this.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, maybe I'm wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
The man who invented the squatty potty was a lunatic, but he was right.
He was right.
Right.
He was sitting there going, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? He lifted his legs.
Who is he?
You know what's funny too is the idea that he was doing that and he couldn't get the height quite right.
Right.
Yeah.
His early drafts, his legs were so high in the air. And he's
knees up to the ears.
And he's like crossing it off like not 6 feet. That is too high.
6 feet? You're upside down.
Yeah.
I often wondered if he was a guy or woman. Could have been a woman. Actually, a woman makes more sense. She probably was given birth and she was in one of those stirrups. One of those stirrups thing. And
Best
she took a
of her
shit,
life.
And she went, that's one of the best shits I've ever taken. How do I bring that to the home office? You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
Should we address some Talktown stuff?
Yeah, we could.
Because we got to keep building this town or else,
yes,
it won't exist.
Talktown stuff.
All right. But I do like to read my poem at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we can
do the poem, but.
We can do that. We can do This Week in Text from Greg.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah. Text from Greg.
It's whatever you guys want. I mean, that's like selfish because I'm really excited for those.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear.
Do you save them or did you just?
I saved. Yes. Well, they're just in. You texted me.
Yeah, right.
So then I just took screenshots of your text.
It's great.
Right.
Yeah, I don't have like a.
I haven't had a phone call with you in a minute, so.
Yeah, you don't answer anymore, so I stopped calling.
There was one call I didn't answer because I was doing something.
That's what I'll do. Call 7. You'll miss one and go, I guess we're not friends anymore. And you go, you called me more than my mother.
I've never said that, and I do not.
You don't call more than my mom.
And I've never
But you
said
are
that.
neck and neck.
Yeah.
That medal count is
You're up
close.
there.
Yeah.
I didn't realize till recently that it's not okay to call your best friend every single day.
No, it's okay.
It is okay.
It's okay. It's the context of the other people calling me. There's only so much I have. Like my mom is calling. My mom is calling 4 times a day.
Yeah.
Julie's calling 3 times a day.
Do I get mad at you for not answering?
No, you have in the past, but not. You've gotten.
Okay, sure. So to learn, and it's not a thing I should be getting mad about.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, exactly.
I learned.
Gross.
Yeah, man. But also, and I'm more aware of it, so I do try to pick up as often as I can.
Oh, wait a minute.
I want to
Sorry.
be accessible.
So let's say this. I went left, but you went right. Because, all right, I maybe got a little annoyed at not calling, but there was a time where you weren't calling people back for a full summer.
Totally, man.
A full summer?
Full summer, he didn't call me back.
Yeah, and I've gotten better.
I've gotten better. We learning lessons.
Yeah, learn a lesson.
There it
He
is.
didn't have
Yeah,
brothers or sisters. He didn't know.
I'm not trying to make
we're only children. Like I am very like I'll miss a call and I'm like, well, that's that. Never call that person back. Like no accountability for relationships.
Yeah,
because we haven't had that.
Making excuses. I was in the wrong. I've gotten better.
And I paused, and I just want to throw this rule out there. I don't know if there's a Talktown rule, but this is a Greg rule. I will never, get mad for not answering, and B, you can always just go, I gotta go. In the middle of a conversation,
Yeah.
you can go, I gotta go. And we just hang up.
I like that.
I hate a slow landing.
Yes.
Quick landing.
Yeah.
I don't want to prepare the plane. Someone's
100%.
calling me right now. Gotta go.
Yeah.
Peace.
And in Talktown, that's the over. Like, it is
Yes.
okay to just get off the phone at any time. You don't have to give an excuse. You don't have to give a reason. You can be like, gotta go, bye, and
go.
hang up.
Great. Yes.
And everybody has to be okay with that.
I'm okay with it.
And what I love, and then Greg does this, and I think this is kind of a cool thing that you do.
Oh.
Greg goes, I'll let you go.
I learned that.
Always
yeah.
does this.
Yeah.
He always
It's fucked up psychology.
It
Yeah.
is.
I love it.
And he's been doing it for years. And you
My
never
dad
tell
does
him
that.
you're in the middle of doing something. But once Greg is saying when he's done saying what he wanted to say, I'll go, I'll let you go.
So that makes me feel upset because that's not what it's about. I say I'll let you go. Here's what I go is I want to give everyone the out they can take. I'll let you go.
It is a
right.
cool
I'll
move.
say no. I go. You take the out. I want you to know you can always hang out with me because I know I don't stop talking.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can always hang
Yeah.
out with me. But the I'll let you go thing, I always close out a conversation that way because it makes people go, oh, was I in a rush? Oh, that wasn't him.
Yes.
He
Yes.
was letting
Yeah,
me.
it is-
It's
yeah.
fucked up, but I need that.
It's a
Yeah.
cool move, man.
It is.
It's a very cool move.
I'm gonna let you go.
My dad does it
yeah.
Really?
to me.
Does he?
Yeah. It's like,
That's so funny.
Because my mom was like, he's always complaining that you don't call him enough. My dad and you
Yeah.
are extremely similar. Nice. But he's like, so I talked to him yesterday and he was like, well, I don't want to hold you up anymore. And I was like, I was sitting on the couch. Like, I was doing nothing.
He should have. I don't want to take from your life more than I have.
Yes.
It's not,
Oh, an interesting way to say it, too.
Thanks for putting up with me. You can go back to your better time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
it's
don't
getting
want to
worse.
keep zapping your existence.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I think I'll let you go is it's a
Yeah.
cool way to
cool way.
get out. I agree, man. No soft landings on phone calls.
Yeah.
No soft landings.
Get out.
Yeah.
Get out.
Conversation's
always
over.
appreciate
You can
it.
leave. You can conversation isn't over. You can still hang up.
Right. I like that.
And everybody has to be okay with it. You may have to address that in person at some point, but you can hang
yeah.
up.
Can we say this too?
Yeah.
Are we gonna have people listening in on the phone calls?
No.
Okay. Because
What? You mean like CIA?
yeah. Well, in the context, hear me out. In the context of the next day, you get a ring from the listeners.
Yeah.
This is, and you can just
Okay.
you can say no to this. You get
I'm
a
not gonna say
ring
no to
from the
anything.
listeners, and they go, "Hey, you and Greg talked yesterday for about 8 minutes. Do you want the highs and lows of your conversation,
Okay, see,
Like an AI.
I
like a
Was
like a
about-
highlight reel, like
I was about
like
to say
Sports Center.
also, if I talk on the phone for like an hour at a time sometimes. I forget what we've covered. We maybe made plans.
Yeah,
I don't know those because they don't exist in a saved
Right.
document.
Right,
So
right.
how about this? If something gets decided or you've made some arrangements or there's follow-up to do on your part,
Okay.
somebody does let you know about that after the phone call.
Yeah, you got to
The
do a
ringers.
wrap up.
Yes.
Can we call them the ringers?
The ringers.
And they live in a cave and they have cloaks.
They could be.
They have cloaks?
Yeah.
See, here's the
What
thing.
color?
This is what sucks. This is what sucks. You say they live in a cave and they have a cloak. Now that's a great idea. But we do have AI that could do this for free. But I don't want to rely on technology.
Well,
Maybe we rely on the cloaked men in the caves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
listen on our
this
phones.
is job creation.
Yeah, this is job creation.
But they don't
man.
work for money.
No, they do
Cloaked
the love of the
cave
game.
people,
They do a year of service.
Okay.
They get
Everyone is a ringer for
Yes.
some point in their life
Yes.
in Talktown. They do a year of service.
let
Well,
Call
me
them the cloaks.
counter.
Not everybody is going to be good at it. I feel like there is an innate skill to being a ringer.
Oh, you think it's like a calling?
Yeah,
Uh-huh, okay.
I think it's like some people are doctors, some people are ringers.
Yeah, some people are ringers. Okay.
I
I
got
like
next.
ringers,
I got next. I got
and I
next.
like the cave and the cloak.
Okay.
Real quick, when I say I got next, that's a great thing to start doing. I'll go, I got next. You guys finish. When you're done, let me go next. I think I got next.
It is.
Great.
Okay,
Yeah, pick up
I like that
basketball
for
rules.
this.
I
I
think
like
it's
that
great.
for this.
See, my mind was going somewhere different with the ringers.
Okay.
And I'll throw it out there, even though it might be the worst idea. But
Well, we checks and balances.
right. I just want to be
Nothing
heard.
I get more excited than you going, this might
This
be
might
my
be the-
worst idea.
Well, you're saying we all in town as a service have to be a ringer, right?
Yeah.
That sounds like it could work, and I like it. But I was thinking more along the lines of genetically altering humans. So they have like almost like
Everything's
leprosy
surgical.
like quality people. You know what I mean? Like maybe people who are born like I don't want to say
I'm sorry, did you
handicapped.
just say leprosy?
Yes,
You
like
say
a
leprosy
like a
quality.
leper-
You say leprosy quality people.
You know, like
That passed me right by.
draw the leper colony in your head. Like that, maybe not leprosy. There are people who are massively scarred. There are people, I don't want to say handicapped, but like a handicapped person, like they're born and their family throws
No,
them away.
I'm out.
All right, whatever. That's all negotiable.
We got one no.
Okay.
I'm
And
still
also,
listening.
Don't know
you
the
still
whole
got a shark.
Yeah. Don't know the whole idea. You just know the handicap slave part.
You're down just to Barbara.
The handicapped slave part.
Oh my God, Greg.
Your word soup is
I'm
getting
not good
out of
at
control
words.
here, man.
I'm not good at words.
All right,
Let me
go
get back
ahead.
on track. I was thinking of a lesser person who lives in society.
There are not lesser
person is
people.
a crazy
They're
thing to say.
magical. They're magical.
It's too
That's
far the
higher
other
than.
way.
What?
Magical's too far the other way.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm thinking of a land type person. Like we live in a land with these magical creatures who are like orcs, live in a cave and have cloaks, and they listen to our phone calls because they survive off of emotions. And so the only way they can keep surviving is to listen to emotions, right? And when they hear the emotions, that keeps them alive. And so they want to listen to our phone calls because there's a lot of emotions in phone calls. But as a thank you to this, they go, we'll also recap the calls for you.
So they like live and die by emotions, but they're doing a lot of like administrative work for the phone.
Well, they're like, look,
That's their side. That's a part of it.
That's how they give back.
Yes.
we need your emotions. We could come to town and take them by leeching onto you. And when you're fear, because you see a monster attacking you, you give out a lot of emotions and we feed on that. We could do that, right? We could invade your town like a bunch of monsters that we are, but we're trying to better ourselves. We live in a cave and we just get your emotions through phone calls instead of leeching your emotions through fear.
I love the enthusiasm.
I do too.
Do you guys not understand what I'm saying?
No, I do. We do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that you're entering a world that is beyond the talk town.
Oh, I guess.
Like, I think we were just going to have people living there.
Yeah.
It's on this plane.
It's like
so
a
you
civic-
don't want the orc people now. Now you're too good for the orc people.
They're doing their own thing somewhere else.
No, I'm just saying
In a
they
ca-
could be whatever they want to be. They
We'll
don't.
leave them on the outside of land then. Oh, I'm sorry. You want them in regular
crazy.
jobs?
Yeah, man.
No, but
Yeah.
they don't want regular jobs because they can't.
They
do things-
might.
Listen to me, man. I'm fucking serious right now. These
Shut up.
things, these orc
up.
style leper people don't want your money. Money doesn't do anything for them. They live off of emotions. That's how your secretion of emotion feeds them, right? So they don't care about a Ferrari. They want to see you cry because that's the ultimate high for them, right? So I forgot where I was going with this.
So passionate. So driven.
passionate, but
so
in no direction.
Yeah. So and the wheels could fall off at any moment. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Man,
All right.
I love
like-
it. I love you brought it to the table.
Yes.
I like the idea that it's like a civic duty and it's their calling and they do this.
Or maybe it's just people are going to want to do that. I would want to listen to people's
Yeah.
phone calls. I'm on Instagram. What's the difference?
Very true.
All in favor of having regular people do a year of service. Say aye. All the people who want the orc monsters who aren't killing us and are living off of our energy through phone calls say nay.
So
Okay.
it doesn't, not a year of service anymore. I think Libby had a good
addendum?
amendment to that.
Oh,
I think
was-
people will want that. Like everyone in Talktown is going to be taken care of financially. We're going to have UBI. There's not going to be poverty. It's going to be great. But everybody's going to have jobs, and this is a job, and people will do it. People do jobs
Yeah.
here that nobody wants.
True.
But you know the kind of people who are going to want that job? You know how people come, I hate to be that guy, but you know how people who complain about cops, they're like, oh, just bullies go into the cop job?
I do see. Yes.
Right? Only
I do see.
creepy old neighbors who are sweaty are going to want that
Why
job.
are they so sweaty?
I don't know. Their creeps love to sweat.
They're worried.
Because they're
worried. They're
nervous.
like,
You're going to figure it
Yeah, they're
out.
going to figure me out. They're always nervous.
They're always nervous.
Yeah, I guess that's why pedophiles are always sweaty.
Yeah.
They're just like, please don't know what I need.
Yes. Yes. That makes sense.
Please don't know what's in
Weirdly.
my heart.
Yeah, I just got back from running. Maybe to be the most in shape people as a cover.
Yeah. Well, they're constantly holding on to their soul as it's being ripped by the devil. So you sweat from that.
It's a government job.
Sure, government job.
Yeah, it's a government
it's
job.
a government job. So
Okay, let's
some
say
people
that.
take it. If there aren't enough people, we'll have a draft.
Right. Now I will.
And you do a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we also AI would work in this situation where AI would just listen to your phone call and recap it like a podcast
Yeah, where did we
and send you a reel.
Alex, did we ever have like a place that we stood on AI?
I would say that's a whole
That's
other
like
episode.
that seems like a big
That's
one.
a whole other episode.
Yeah, that's
That's
like
a whole
whole
other
thing,
episode.
man.
Let's
Yeah.
get into what you were saying. This is all a left turn we took.
Yes, it
Off
is.
of
Yeah,
something.
I was just gonna bring up your
Text.
text. Okay.
But I love that we got the ringers settled.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
great.
Yeah. All right. So this is a text from Greg at 11:40 a.m.
Okay.
Man, I'm high, writing this script and jumping in the hot tub, and then writing, then jumping in. Anyway, I definitely got in too close to these people next to me right now, and they think they are mad and giving me looks. What's the play? Call it out or just see how it plays out? Follow-up text, man, it's close. Ha ha ha. Follow-up text, problem solved, everyone. Got up and left. I said comedically, was it me? And the lady said, no, too hot. It got too hot. I think it was definitely me. But it is also hot. No one knows.
Where were you?
I went to the Borgata this week
for
a stand-up, and I had time to myself.
Yeah, I love a hot tub.
I was high.
Talktown's gonna have a lot of hot tubs.
Yep.
Mainly
I
hot
would
tubs.
say
Mostly
the
hot tubs.
rotating island we place on top of a giant hot tub. What if we're like City of Venice?
What? Wait.
We're like the City of Venice. We're all floating above hot steamy waters.
Oh, you're talking about Venice, but instead of like I don't know the temperature of those canals.
Yeah, I don't either.
But it
feels
all
warmer
hot
than
tub
it
water.
should be.
It's all
though.
hot tub water, man. And we chlorine shock it every fucking morning.
Yeah, shock it every day.
Everyone is a civic duty, has to walk out in the morning and shock their area of the
We got the ringers, we got the shockers. We got a lot of jobs in this town, man.
Yeah.
We pay for the shocking. The government pays for the shocking.
Government paid shocking.
But it is your civic duty when you wake up, the man of the house. It could be a woman, but we call you the man of the house because you take on mostly the
Again,
responsibilities.
gender is a fluid and non-existent.
Yeah, but men are better. So whoever the best one in your house is, we call that the man. Could be a woman.
Great. That's
man
great.
means nothing in this town. Man just means the best of the best.
That's fine.
And it's only funny for me, but everyone else anyway.
How do we now is that once you're deemed the man of the house?
Yeah.
That's so to speak, we're running with this a little bit.
Sure.
As you're deemed the man of the house,
I'll allow it.
Is that something can you be challenged annually?
It should be like a re-election.
Right.
Let's
that's
say
what
18
I mean.
months.
Okay. 18 months.
Give people more than a year.
Give 'em more. And do you have to do a political campaign within your house? For
You're always campaigning.
A little bit of both. You have to campaign, but you must call it out. You must go, I challenge the man of the house.
Okay.
And then they have a year to prepare.
A year.
Okay.
Both of you can get on your edge. You know what I mean? I challenge the man of the house. All right. Everyone put their work in. You know what I mean?
I love it.
But how do you prove you're the best if you're not the man of the house? Like, how is it? Is it about fulfilling the duties of man of the house? Because if there already is an incumbent, how do you challenge them in a way that you would get that job?
The challengee says, must bring a case. They say, bills aren't being paid. The faucets are being left on. We're not making enough money. This house is sinking. I challenge the man of the house.
Okay.
The man of the house says, fuck, man. All right, let's fucking get this shit together. And then however they challenge, maybe they're through voting or a fight. Maybe not a fight. I don't think a
fight, but some kind of voting.
Voting. Documents must be brought.
Yeah. Maybe there's a person who comes to kind of oversee the voting in the house to make sure there's no funny business.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a job.
Yes, ye neighbor.
Ye neighbor.
Ye neighbor.
Love ye neighbor.
Ye neighbor.
Ye neighbor comes is a third party mediator for all household
Bring
issues.
in ye neighbor.
I love ye neighbor. We got
me
ringers,
too.
we got shockers. Ye neighbor, man of the house.
Ye neighbor takes a tally.
Everybody has a role in Talktown.
It really is, yeah.
Yeah.
Alex, where can you let us know when we're at an hour?
I have to finish the hot tub story.
No, I know that.
Yeah,
I just want
we
to
just wanna
know
keep an eye
because
on-
we still got to cut a trailer and an intro, and I
Yeah.
want to make sure we have time and the space to do that. Where are we at? 40. Oh, okay.
Oh,
sick.
wow. Because we talked for a while before we started recording.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I'm high at the hot tub.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm standing, and I was going to get in the hot tub, but then this couple came in, and they went in there first. And I was like, what do I do? Because now I'm just standing outside the hot tub. Of course. But I can't go back. I got to go in. So I got in between these two couples. And my God, if it wasn't closer than you guys are to me now.
Oh, wow.
That's close.
That is close.
I counted, I laughed because I said, I think this is why they got out. Because I went, 2 fingers. Because we were 2 fingers away from each other.
Is this a round hot tub?
A round hot tub.
Okay.
And I was 2 fingers away from touching. And then someone touched my foot.
Oh, no. No, I don't like
And
that.
I thought it was the filter, so I left my foot on it. And then it moved.
That's an invitation to swing, man. I think this is all like swingers code stuff,
You
dude.
misread the whole thing.
Oh, the whole thing
Yeah.
was misread.
You could have had
friend.
sex with both of those couples.
Yeah, I think if anything, they were like, "What was that guy giving us mixed signals about? What was that about?"
Yeah, when they said it was too hot, they were like,
Yeah.
come on, it's getting too hot in here.
Yeah.
Come with us to our room.
Greg
Your
the
mouth
human
is
red door,
white.
upside down pineapple.
So I went 2 fingers, and I'm laughing because I thought everybody was in on the joke, right? I thought everyone got. I was like, oh man, I got in too close.
This is why I don't like being high around a lot of other people that don't know I'm high, because I see exactly where you were, and you knew where you were, but they didn't know where you were.
I thought we were all in on the joke.
Yeah.
Like I came in, and I was like, oh man, it's not me too close. So I was like, 2 fingers, that's not enough, And
it's like that's a whole.
They didn't look. They went like I just felt their bodies tense up and go just went straight, and I was like, shit, right? And then
Can't take it back.
and I was like, what do I do? Do I get up? Do I leave? I didn't want. If I get up, I go, yeah, you know what, guys, enough hot tubbing for me. I also now realizing I didn't need to say that. I could have just got up.
These are the only things they've heard you say are 2 fingers followed by silence. This guy looks
Someone
tense.
touching a foot.
Someone touching a foot, and then he goes, enough hot tubbing for me.
No, I didn't say that.
Also a great shirt.
Yeah. Ooh, enough hot tubbing for me. I'll wear that shirt.
I didn't say that, but I thought that if I got up to leave, I would have to make some kind of an announcement, which I
Yeah,
did.
yeah,
I
yeah,
can't just
yeah. No,
make it.
I
of course.
100%.
When you're high, you're like, I need to make a loud
I need
exit.
to narrate what's happening so everybody knows, but it's like, we all know you're
Yes.
leaving.
Yeah. And I went, all right, I was like, don't say anything.
Is this inside or outside?
It's half in, half outdoor hot tub. Like the big old doors are open. Like it's a pool. I can't explain. We can't go on.
Yeah.
I'll draw it later.
I'll draw it later.
So,
Please draw it later.
so I was like, okay, you know what, man? Just ride it out.
Yeah.
Just don't fucking move.
Yeah.
And then whatever they do, it's on them, right? Like let the ball get out of bounds.
Yes.
And they'll try to grab it.
Yeah.
When they grab it, I'll. You're the weirdos, right? So I just
The
put
other freaks.
so I put my foot out, and I thought it was the filter. And this is gonna sound crazy. I rubbed it a little bit because I thought I was trying to scratch my foot. Right. It wasn't sexual. It was like I tried to grind this thing out.
I'd prefer if it was sexual.
Yeah. I think this guy's trying. I think this guy's attacking my foot.
Yeah. He thinks I'm a pumice stone.
I don't know what's happening, but I
trying
know
to
this
get
guy
out.
next to me has eczema. That is all I know.
It's a weird pedicure happening right now.
Like, it wasn't sexual. He just saw me above the water going, here, right? And then
You making those noises? Yeah.
and he just went, I just felt his foot move, and I went, oh fuck. And I was like, oh, that was a foot, that wasn't a filter. And I was like, oh my God. And I'm just like, and both of them at the same time, got up and they just both left. And they didn't know each other, but they both went, we got enough.
Whatever this is.
We know each other now. We know enough about each other about this. We're not with that guy.
And I thought, to be funny, I went, was it me? Like, hey, I thought that'd be funny. The lady went, no, it's too hot. The hot tub is too hot.
Wasn't me. It's
Wasn't
crazy,
me is
man.
so
No, what have I
insane
said?
to
I said
say out
completely-
loud.
You did say that. Yeah.
Was it me? I haven't figured it out yet. I thought I was trying to make several jokes, and an accident happened. Sorry. But
Wow.
Hands up. What are we gonna do?
Was it me? It's
Was it
nuts.
me?
Yeah, it's too hot. And they went. I swear to God, they went into another pool. In my defense, it wasn't another hot tub. Like
Okay.
Yeah,
But if it
they
was
might
another
have
hot
just
tub,
been
It might have
that.
actually been. Look, both things can be true. It could have
Right.
been too hot. It also could have been you.
Right.
Yeah.
So I say 2 things that happened. Either nothing, I was just in a hot tub and people got up and got out, or everything. Like
Yeah.
none
Yeah,
of that
yeah,
could have
yeah,
happened.
Either
Or all
either
of
they
that.
weren't aware of whatever was going on with you, or they were keyed in from the jump and know everything that was happening.
Yes. Yeah, I think I just yelled 2 fingers at my wife. 2 fingers? I was like this. I went,
Was it
Only 2
me?
fingers?
Enough hot tubbing for me. Wow,
Wow,
man.
that is a wild scene.
What a wild thing to only know about a person.
Right.
Do you know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yes.
I only know
Yes.
this guy from 3 phrases.
Right.
And man,
and you'll never see them again.
Nope.
yeah.
That's all they'll ever know
Yep.
of you for the
Nope.
rest of time. They're
They-
somewhere right now being like, we're in Atlantic City. We're sitting in the hot tub enjoying our time with this other couple. And then this guy shows up.
That we
Here were
later
the 3
saw.
things he said to us.
That we later saw at the show.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing about...
hysterically.
Oh, that is the thing about the road. You see a stranger and you're like, well, at least that's over. And then they're at the show.
Stranger
Yeah,
was
it's like a haunting.
Yes.
he can't figure any of this out. He hasn't figured out the hot tub. He hasn't figured out a job. That outfit's falling apart. That guy's got. How is he still here? No one's correcting any of this.
Yeah, you're like, you think you bombed here. You should have seen him in the hot tub earlier.
Yeah.
Try to get a threesome going.
Hire a mom is a service we should have. Where
Okay.
You just hire
What?
a mom. Like I'm 43. I
Okay.
just want some lady to come and she just be my mom. She's
Oh,
she's good.
okay.
Not
Alright.
like loving.
Mom is
Yeah,
more,
yeah,
yeah,
totally.
there's like a job. That is, I mean, it's the hardest job. It is a job.
Yeah, mom.
But in Talktown, We got some moms you can
hire
rent.
a mom.
Rent
Great.
a mom.
Rent a mom.
This is sad, but if like you lost a kid, that's really hard.
Sure.
You know? So maybe you now you could be rent a mom. You can go to a 43-year-old and be like, hey, did you eat breakfast? Did you drink enough water today?
Yeah.
That's a way to get
It's
over
nice to take that out of the relationship of parent-child or of husband-wife.
Right.
That like there's just like, it's not her job to make sure you eat breakfast. That's mom's job. Mom will come in, make sure you eat breakfast.
Also to nag a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I
nagging,
mean? So you,
but then
So you get all sides of the coin of the mom experience.
Yeah.
You know? Did you put your AC in?
I remember Tina yelled at me one day. She goes, I don't want to be your mother. And I said, well, I don't want to be your half-naked chauffeur who's looking to get down for extra. But here we are. Here we are.
Here we are.
Great adventure. Sorry, boys. I'm
Ass on the
eccentric.
leather. And she's like, what? That's not the conversation I thought we were having. I don't want to be your mother. Well, I don't want to go down on you for 2 hours. Fucking eccentric out. I forgot the catchphrase. Yeah, anyway.
Do the moms and ye neighbors know each other?
I think ye neighbor knows everybody. That's part of being ye neighbor is you have to
They're
know
kind of
everybody.
in a similar class of not class, but like a group.
Major red flag. Sorry.
Hit it.
Major red flag. Of course they know each other. Everyone in Talktown knows everyone in Talktown.
Right.
Because we all be talking.
Well, not knows each other, but like they're kind of like they have the same. You know, they kind of go to the water cooler together, and they're like, oh, listen to what I had to do today. Oh, I had a similar kind of nightmare today. Yeah.
Ye neighbor always had the same dream you had, so you don't feel weird about telling him.
Oh, I like that.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
he's
we
like,
got- we're in
"Ah,
dreams
same
now?"
exact one, so I can, we saw the same movie basically.
Yeah. I like that.
Wait, are you saying he neighbor also had the same dream, or he's saying it so you don't feel uncomfortable?
He's saying it so you don't feel uncomfortable.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
No, he can't take on everybody's dreams.
No, that's a terrible.
That
so
is,
we're not introducing the Dream Lord into canon.
We can, but we can't get into that right
Yeah,
now.
no, Dream Lord, kick it to next week.
That's a whole thing,
Yeah,
man.
Dream Lord and AI is a conversation
I do
for the
think
next episode.
You are right. Most of Greg's ideas are like surgical ideas.
Yeah.
They're mainly, he is like a Nazi
It's all really
doctor.
medical.
Yeah, it's all very medical.
Where he could have went, given the right path, would be nuts.
Yes. You
Unless
could be
he had
curing
Yeah.
diseases that we deem incurable, but here we are.
Or be like
unnecessary.
unnecessary. Or he's like a doctor from like Escape from LA.
Yes. Yeah.
Where he's
Yes.
just like, I put a bird arm on a man and the body rejected it, but what a wild 24 hours I got to watch.
Yeah. Greg. Yeah, man, that guy created no beard. And also Gary the Octopus.
Right.
Gary's like, I work here. 9 phones.
Gary the Octopus.
Gary's that man.
He's got,
Gary Octopus.
he's got a bunch of people in vats.
Yeah, man. He tried adamantium.
Yeah,
on the
right.
bones,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Poor person.
Yeah.
Great. I think that's good.
Yeah.
I think
have
that's-
I
yeah,
don't know
go
where
ahead,
we are in
Lex.
time. I have
We're
just a
about
little
50.
Yeah, just a tiny
48?
and
Let's
we'll probably
do like 5
this-
more minutes.
Yeah, this will be an ongoing conversation because there's a
Please.
lot, and I know that you've got a thing that's kind of but like I do think that every restaurant in Talktown should serve all 3 meals all day.
Yeah, of course.
Like
Oh, easy.
Of
like
course.
not just there's breakfast at dinner, there's dinner at
Law.
breakfast. Law.
You have to know how to do your breakfast.
Yes. Wait, what?
If you're like, hey, I want to open up a burrito shop,
Sure.
you fucking offer a breakfast burrito.
Oh, 100%.
You better know your fucking breakfast, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just diner style. Everything is diner style, but there's still different kinds of restaurants. But they are diner style in terms of here's a giant menu of everything all day, no matter what.
Right.
Yeah.
I love it.
Eggs.
I love it.
Eggs don't go bad at night.
Eggs.
It's a
eggs
crazy
are,
thing.
Are we
Eggs get
changing
better.
physics?
What's up?
Are you saying we're not going to allow eggs to go bad at night?
No. Like
What I'm saying is
You can eat
places
eggs for
that
dinner.
don't offer eggs at night, it's like they don't go bad.
right.
Why?
There's no reason not to. You still got the griddle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got all the stuff.
You got all the stuff.
All-
You're
nothing's
using eggs
changed.
and other stuff at
Of
night,
course
but you're not
you
giving
are.
me just eggs.
Also,
Yes.
know this. You do breakfast, I want to know your motherfucking dinner.
Exactly.
You're a pancake place? I want a pancake cheeseburger tonight. I
yeah.
want
I mean, there could be a
egg
place that
and
serves
cheese
that.
pizza. I love breakfast.
Breakfast.
I love breakfast.
Me too.
Me too.
All timer.
And you too?
Not really.
Wow. What
Yeah.
about it doesn't appeal to you?
I think it's the just waking up and eating.
You should have said
But I
bananas.
also-
Okay, so you just don't like the first meal of the
I
day.
just don't like the first meal.
Whatever that is, you don't like it. Are you mad that you have to?
He's very mean to the first person he runs in the morning to. Whoever you are, I don't like you.
You bite into a turkey sandwich, you're like, fuck this. Like,
Come on.
Yeah. I think lots of times I eat late at night, so I think
You're
in the
not
morning,
hungry.
I'm not so hungry. But I would take, if breakfast happened at like 2 or 3,
Yeah, it
I'll
can.
do breakfast.
Right.
100%.
You can eat whenever
it's
you
just
want.
the abruptness of breakfast that sometimes I'm not quite ready for.
Yeah.
Right.
It takes me a couple hours to get the day going.
I ease in to eat it. Like I today had a nectarine and a ginger shot at my house.
Right.
And then I went to a bodega, picked up an egg and cheese, ate it when I got here. That's when I was ready for egg and cheese.
Right. I think exactly. If I did it that way, where I have a first thing to get me ready,
Piece of fruit,
for a
little
meal.
fiber?
Yes.
Time doesn't matter. It's all
Go ahead.
about the offerings. Breakfast offerings. I'm not
Yes,
talking about
right.
breakfast time.
Yes,
I'm talking
yeah.
about breakfast offering.
I wanted
Okay.
to. Okay, so yes,
Breakfast is served all day.
breakfast all day.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
It's a law that's very selfish of ours, but we're going to make that happen.
I think
That's what I want to be.
I think
Yeah.
in
I don't
terms
think
of
it's necessary, but I think it's what I want in my town.
in terms of the other laws we've created,
Yeah, this one
is
feels
the easiest
really
one.
doable.
We're doing this now.
Yeah,
Places.
There are places that are like you could have eggs at night.
We got flame-throwing robots handling lines.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you're saying breakfast all day is going to be a
It's going to be a push.
controversial
Yeah.
No, I was very excited about it.
issue. Okay.
Okay.
Also, I think there's a guy, I always think that we're like in a simulation, and then there's just a guy who's watching my movie, and he's like, the things he picks up that I never picked up, where he's like, because I love eggs in a way. I love eggs so much.
It's
But I
true.
think that
Oh, wow.
guy up there is going, of course he loves eggs. We named him Greg. Like, egg is in his name. That's his whole life is eggs.
Not
Do you think you love eggs so much at some point you would add another G?
legally.
Yeah.
Greggs.
Greg's.
Dozen Greggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Greg's over easy, man.
Steak and Greg's.
Greg's over easy.
Greg's
Great.
over easy. Wow, that's a
That
shirt.
is a great music album.
Oh, Greg's over easy.
Greg's
Just
over
saxophone
easy.
AI
Yeah,
music.
Yes, exactly.
Greg's Over Easy was going to be one of my special titles, but you're right. I should make a musical album
It
called
sh-
Yeah,
Greg's
it should be
Over Easy.
Greg's over easy, and it should be real easy listening.
Yeah.
Just your poems to music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we did on the last episode.
Yeah,
Maybe
your
that's where I'll put
album,
those.
it should be like
Greg's
a
over-
jazz concept album called Greg's Over Easy.
And the cover art should be like an egg, but then your face is the yolk. like an over easy egg.
Yeah.
I made a thing of a dozen eggs, and it was all little my heads in the things.
I love that.
A dozen Greg's.
That's great.
No,
That
that's
was going to be
that's
amazing.
awesome.
Greg
Damn it,
Stone,
yeah,
was gonna be a
that's-
dozen Greg's.
That's so
That's
good.
Greg's Over Easy.
Greg's
great.
Over Easy.
Greg's over easy.
There was a guy, man. I'm trying to think of the musician's name. Michael something or other. He was like a guitar-y kind of guy. He sang about like fruit.
I think I know. I think I know what you're talking about.
I don't.
Yeah, but it's fine.
Yeah.
But
That guy.
Michael something.
No, because Michael Stitcher said that you sounded like an owl, and I thought that was fucking crazy.
I sound like an owl.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who's Michael Stitcher?
Yeah, you do.
He's that.
You're an
That's how that
asshole.
bit works.
You do kind of sound like an owl, though. I don't know. Not because you sound like the sounds owls make, but
Sure.
like kind of the vibe of an owl.
I don't mind that.
For the record.
I
Up at
assume
night.
Yeah.
For the
They
record.
got twisty necks.
Yeah, you can turn your head all the way.
Turn your head all the way around.
I can go full circle, man.
Eat a lot
Yeah.
of mice.
He eats rats.
I love to eat a mouse.
For the record, my joke.
I understand your
Yes.
joke.
I was trying
I know
to
that.
get.
Yes.
It's my favorite joke on the planet.
Yeah. Somebody the other day brought up you saying this joke.
Maybe
James and I were getting drunk the other night, and he was like, "Yeah, he said you got him with this joke."
James, on the same day every year, I call him. It's only year 2, so I did last year.
Okay,
I said,
so
"Do
once
this
you
again."
called him, and it's a year later.
I put it in my calendar to do it again, and I did it last week, and it said, "Call James to do the owl joke." And so I called him. I was like, "James, this motherfucker said you sound." He said, "Look a little bit, but sound a lot like an owl." And I was like, you go like Jimmy Grazzi. And he goes, "Who?" And I went, "He was right." And then he never gets it. And then I have to tell him the whole thing. And then I got to try it on 3 other friends because I still think it's funny and no one laughs.
It was a good
It is
work,
funny.
man. I didn't get it until it took me a second. Then I
Yeah,
got it. It was a really
same.
good
At
work,
first,
man.
I was like, "Yeah, Anthony kind of does have an owl-y."
Yeah. Why be co-signed as like that's been the smoking
I'm like,
gun the
I'm
whole
like,
time?
I don't know who Michael Stitcher is, but this guy is onto something.
Do I smell a nickname? Anthony the Night Owl? I think I'm going to start calling you the Night Owl.
Anthony the Night Owl. Greg's over easy. What do I got? What
Yes.
I got going on?
Allie Lambert.
That's a person.
A person, the alley cat.
The alley
Oh,
cat's
there
fun.
it is.
Yeah.
Alley cat.
Yeah. Who's Allie Lambert?
I don't know, but it just must
I
be
made
someone.
it up. I made it up.
No, but someone is named
seems-
that.
We should call her
Is it-
and tell her that someone said she sounds like an owl. And then she goes, "Who is this?" And I go, "My God, it's already happening. The transition is
My
taking
God.
over."
It's too late, ma'am. It's too late, madam.
You gotta change the call. They said you're turning into an owl. Who? My God, we are too late. And then I jab myself with a needle because I've been contaminated.
Over the phone?
Maybe. I don't know how this goes.
It can happen like that.
No.
All right.
All right.
You want to
Wow.
get out your phone numbers?
We should end
What?
so that we're able to do the
Let's
video.
end. Let's end.
Let's
All
end.
right. Awesome. That was great.
Great.
You didn't take it. You had to do plugs.
Plugs.
We don't
know when this is coming
we don't know
out.
what's
Or,
coming out.
anyway, follow us on Instagram.
Yeah. Follow us all on Instagram. And you got plugs? Plug away, Greg.
I'll be doing a show in September.
This will come out.
October? Next year? I'll try to plan this show for the same time next year. I'll call Mike. Can I do this again next year, exact same day? Because I plugged it on a podcast. I'll be doing it every third Thursday
That's a fun
of the month. I'm doing a show at Grove 34.
Oh, see,
really?
that's helpful. That
great.
works.
Pluggable.
That's
Yeah,
great.
That is a fun way to strong arm someone. That would be like,
Yeah.
well, I already plugged it.
I already plugged
so
it.
now it's
People
your
are,
move.
People are ready to buy
People are
tickets.
ready, and I'm said I'm
You
going
gotta
to be
make
there.
that set that.
So bump whoever you got to bump.
Somebody calls and goes, "Hey, Levity Live, I want to buy tickets for the Greg Stone Show. When? Tomorrow, next year."
Tomorrow next year. Tomorrow next year is a crazy way to talk about dates and so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Well,
All right, see you.
come see Greg.
All right. Go see Greg at Levity
You guys
Live
could be on the show.
tomorrow next year. Thank you.
Tomorrow next year.